this is the weekly horoscope for Capricorn for the week of January 16th, 2023. Hello, my Cappies. Show your love and support to your girl, Marie. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share because I do the astrology with the weekly horoscopes, the daily horoscopes, and the monthly horoscope. It's a lot of content that I put on here. So if you're watching and you've been watching, show your support. Show that you love astrology. Subscribe, okay? And thank you for everyone who has. I appreciate the love. As for the videos that I did earlier yesterday, I'm not redoing those because this is a hobby. I'm not monetized on YouTube yet. So when I get monetized on YouTube, then yeah, I'll be sure to put out better content. But until then, it was a Mercury retrograde, and it happens. Mercury retrograde happens, but I'm not redoing the videos. They take too long, and it's a lot of time, and it's really time consuming. So until I get monetized, then I will redo the videos and do what I gotta do. But until then, I'm sorry. And you know, Mercury is in retrograde, and I had to call my ex-husband. I had to be on his time to wait for tech support to get over here to help me. Okay, and that was an argument and a half because he didn't want to do it either. So show your love and support, please. It's been rough, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share. So my Cappies, the ascendant is quincunxing the Lilith moon in the 1st and 8th house. You want to pick and choose your battles with other people, especially when you're out in public. You want to have like a certain level of couth now, because I feel like, again, we're going to start attracting the weirdos. I talked about this last week with Lilith moon. If you haven't watched, hi, make sure to go back to that video from last week on January 9th and watch so you know what's going on and kind of how to like maneuver yourself through the interactions that you have with other people and kind of be a bit more protective or wary of yourself. So this could be a situation here that, you know, you could see an incident happening, or somebody could be just in a mood, you know, and you really need to pick and choose your battles with other people, because a lot of things that we go through, I'm learning, is really not worth it, you know. So pick and choose your battles at this time with others. Avoid. And again, listen to the Lilith moon. I might make a video of the Lilith moon through the houses soon when I get monetized on here. So be sure to check that out when that does come up, because we have the Lilith moon happening till October 23rd, 2023. The 8th house also deals with court, with law, and so does the 9th house. Also deals with popo and the law, but it normally does with popo. So, you know, you want to be on the right side of the law during this time period. You want to really bite your tongue. If those of you who are on probation and stuff like that, really bite your tongue at this time with your lawyers, with your probation officers, with this energy, because you can find yourself in some really weird situations at this time. Okay, so just be careful with what you say. Be on the right side of the law. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Okay, the Lilith moon, again, 8th house, you're going to attract weirdos or weird situations, or bring unwanted attention to yourself for showing compassion to those around you. But relationships with relatives and siblings may not be as they appear. Misunderstandings and communications become more common. You may be prone to have an overinflated expectations of things. There's often an attitude of overconfidence that inspires foolish risk, especially with financial areas. You're very idealistic now and compassionate and want to help out those who are less fortunate with you. I really wouldn't do that right now, because, and especially those who suffer from drug addictions or some kind of addiction, I would really stay away from helping them. Even though you want to help them, it could be a situation here, okay, prediction, it could be a situation where you actually go ahead and help somebody, or you may have lessons of why you don't allow people with drug addictions or any kind of addictions to like come into your house, and things can get really out of hand and really out of control real quick. Okay, so it could be a situation like that. Alrighty, so this is something to think about when you're going through it. All right, and even if you're fighting with certain people, I really wouldn't go like pushing their buttons or saying snarky remarks to them, because they may put you in your place. You know what I'm saying? Like dukes up. So, you know, and that's Lilith moon in the 8th house. I mean, it's just a weird situation. All right. So then Wednesday, the 17th, radical fluctuations in income are possible. Be careful with impulsive spending. Your sense of taste can be questionable now, and wondering why did you purchase that in the first place. So be careful. I feel like for some of you, you can be chasing someone at this time or crushing on someone, because you could be changing your mind super shortly after you get what you want. Sometimes the people that you normally associate with all of a sudden will move on. This could be starting a new job, and you could be surrounded by strangers. This could be also a job transfer coming up for you, and being surrounded by new people. It's not unusual to feel estranged and have a hard time trying to fit in. If you are involved in a love relationship, it may be an on-again, off-again type of arrangement, a long-distance relationship that is very infrequent. You don't see the person that much. Stability in relationships that are hard to come by. This can also be a relocation happening. The reason may come out all of a sudden, again, fighting with your landlord, 8th house energy, 9th house energy, pick and choose your battles. Okay, so certain arrangements with other people may not be long lasting. A breakup can happen this week, God forbid. Then on the 18th at 8:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mercury goes direct. You may have trouble maintaining a consistent path and direction for your goals in life right now. Many possibilities present themselves to you. You may have bouts of nervousness or anxiety, and your pace in life becomes too hectic. This is a time when you need to stay flexible, as circumstances require quick reactions. Unfortunately, the pace may be a bit too much for most of you, so often mistakes are made and disruptions of daily routine results. You may find yourself getting nervous, suffer from anxiety, panic attacks, headaches, because there is a lack of stability in your life. Statements that you make now may have to be retracted later. Communications or travel may be disrupted more often. You will be more blunt and forthright in expressing yourself. You may have a tendency to overstate your position, exaggerate, and offend others with your careless or ill-considered speech at this time. So cock those brains before you shoot that mouth off. And this is going to be over the next 2 weeks. We're going to be dealing with the same energies. Okay, so just be, a little bit cognizant of be a little bit more self-aware. Have a little bit more self-awareness would be my advice when dealing with the Lilith moon and the quincunxing. Okay, on the 19th, you have a great need to communicate, and this is often about yourself and your own interest. You may share your creativity through speech or writing, and you may be animated, excited in your physical expression. You may have a lot of nervous energy that you're gonna have to deal with this week, so I really wouldn't go drinking caffeine this week, or keep it to a minimum. Okay, because you could even have the shakes. I feel like this is a busy week for you as well. More phone calls and meetings than usual. You may initiate mental projects or spend time forming a plan. Your thoughts are clear and logical. This is a time when you feel inhibited in yourself expression. Be careful about your health if you're older, especially with the heart and back problems. You tend to have more serious outlook on life, and you may want to simplify your lifestyle. Older people may be trying to obstruct your goals at this time, or your parents could be trying to obstruct your goals at this time as well for some of you here. So just know that you are at a low point in your vitality. It may be lacking self-confidence or self-esteem. Personal ambitions are usually not successful at this time. This may be a test of your determination and to succeed. So you can be really going through it emotionally, because sometimes the Satan energy wants you to prove yourself, and sometimes asks you, do you really want this? Is this what you really want? Is this what you really want? So sometimes we are driven with these problems. So sometimes we just have to focus on what we can control, and then just continue moving forward. On the 20th at 3:29 a.m. the sun is in Aquarius, and then on the 21st the new moon in Aquarius. So stay tuned for daily horoscopes on the TikTok. Be sure to follow that, and I will do a video about that on Friday night. Okay, so there's a semi-squaring in your, and then also you can check out the monthly horoscopes too, which I'll post at the end, to see how the sun and the new moon will affect you this week. So there's a semi-squaring going on with the sun in Aquarius and at this time in your ascendant. So show some self-love and appreciation. You can be very hard on yourself at this time. So for some of you, this is certain mistakes that you could be making at this time. Again, Mercury is in shadow, so you have until the 2nd when everything clears up. So forgive yourself, let it go, and move on. Okay, don't be holding on to things at this time, or, you know, just like making matters worse. You're a perfectionist at this time, okay? So be careful with this energy here. Also, we're dealing with Juno conjunct with Jupiter. You tend to want to call the shots in your family, and this in your fourth house. You want to help certain people and members to get back on their feet, or you could be more invested in other people's drama at this time because you love to nurture your relationships, and you too want to be nurtured as well during this time period with your relationships. For some of you, you're keeping tabs on your spending and your partner's spending. Old friends are ready for something new, and someone can provide an unexpected boost. Changing the patterns of your interactions makes things more interesting. With a taste for the uncommon, you enjoy trying what is ordinarily avoided or overlook. Unusual pleasures or interests add variety to a day in and a day out of grind. Appreciated by others for the qualities that make you different. You sometimes are happier going off on your own and being free. Okay. So the first card I come up with is the Star card. Alrighty. I'm hearing trust your intuition with this. Your consciousness, your opinions can be changing during this time period. This can be a time of spiritual growth for some of you with this energy. Great time for meditation, contemplation, a time for introspection. For some of you, this could be dealing with self-love and self-care. You can be tapping in meditation, and you can see sparks of miracles happening for you this week. The Moon card, delving more into the self at this time. A real time for introspection, self-love, self-care with this energy, and just being more cognizant about what's going on around you. Maybe you're a bit more cautious and you're saying things a lot more slower because the Lilith Moon in the 8th house, not the greatest energy here. I mean, my gosh, no. Okay? Because where is it at? It's with Pluto. Okay? So that's why it's not the greatest energy. What is Pluto? Break it down and build it back up. Oy vey. Okay? So this is really a time of delving within. For some of you, you can be more invested in your spiritual journey during this time period, and just kind of going through your spiritual journey and being more invested in your religion during this time period. I feel like, you know, with these two celestial bodies, you know, there's a strong emotional play being here. All right. And it's very, you can be involved, again, Lilith Moon energy, disturbing situations can come into your life at this time that make you anxious or worried. You'll need to deal with your intense feelings before things improve during this time period as well. A lot of times powerful emotions are connected with traumatic experience from childhood and past, and you may need to address these feelings that you're having at this time with this energy. So don't go assuming during this time period, because Mercury is in retrograde. Let people do what they're going to do at this time. All right. And sometimes, you know what, sometimes we have to deal with these things where we're feeling like, you know, some kind of damn way about things, you know, but, you know, so during this time period, just be aware of this energy. Okay, the Hierophant card, I feel for some of you here, this could be dealing with a group or organization, so there could be a lot of changes going on. You know, for some of you, not your circus, not your monkey, not your problem, so I would literally stay out of it. This could also be changes happening with the social media and media with this energy as well, or if you're dealing with like the internet and stuff on the internet, this could be changes with your forum or group that you're in. The Strength card, overcoming obstacles at this time with this energy, conquering or getting over challenges. Self-realizations could be made at this time. You may get a lot of clarity on a situation in your life. The Judgment card, a time for negotiations and contracts with this energy. The Devil card brings about endings coming up for you. A lot of major arcane cards. So this week you're definitely going to feel a shift of energy, and it's probably because of that Lilith Moon in the 8th house. Okay, so it's going to bring about a lot of changes, a lot of endings coming up in your life. So try to go more with the flow during this time period. For some of you, you could feel a little bit lost at this time, or you can be dealing with like a lot of self-realizations and a lot of changes that you need to initiate in your life. So you could actually be, after Mercury goes direct, like kicking out people out of your life at this time because they no longer apply. They no longer do it for you. They are no longer like they're more of a detriment during this time period. Okay, the Nine of Swords, dealing with a liar. All right, somebody could have been lying to you, promising you things. You could be dealing with a con artist, Lilith Moon in the 8th house. Okay, so be careful with this energy. So and this person could have ripped you off, and now you have to start all over in certain areas of your life. You could be dealing with a dominating person that makes you long for like freedom. Pluto energy here, starting over in certain areas of your life. Certain things may no longer apply. Certain things will definitely be out of your control at this time with this energy. It's best that you stay grounded during this time period and not really have a reaction to the changes that are coming up. Like when my change is happening with getting hacked, I just kind of continued moving forward. Now I'm having problems with my mic. So, it's like I just continue moving and walking and moving forward and not thinking about it, and not saying anything, because if I have to say something, if I have to go there, it's going to ruin my peace. Okay, this is rebuilding your life at this time. This is showing strength during stress. So you are going to be going through it this week. The Ten of Swords, starting over in certain areas of your life. Rebuilding, emphasis on that. For some of you, you can be accident prone this week as well. So be careful with this energy. For others of you, be careful of what you do with other people. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. That's all I can say. Just watch what you do. Alrighty. The Knight of Coins, the mind on the money and the money on the mind. So this could be the focus on more money coming in or money worries. The Four of Wands, you're more about your financial stability. So for some of you, this could be getting like a second job or looking for a second job during this time period as well. The Seven of Wands, I feel like you can be dealing with manipulative people, recommitting yourself to your goals during this time period. With this energy, certain things that you do want to happen can be a bit of a process at this time, like getting your financial situation back on good standing. That could be a little bit of a process for some of you, not all of you. I feel like for some of you, you may not be getting along with certain people in your life. This could be like a group or organization, or those of you in school, this may be not getting along with your friends because you guys have differencing of opinions. Okay, for others of you, you may not be getting along with a Sagittarius because you don't see their point of view, or another earth sign like a Taurus. I feel for some of you, this could be dealing with management at this time, and you guys could be butting heads with each other because you want to do things differently. You see things differently. I feel like you're an all-around you're like a jack of all trades at work with this energy as well. The King of Swords, you're very grounded, you're very analytical in your way of thinking. I would just cock those brains before you shoot that mouth off, okay, this week, because the things that you say, woo. The King of Wands, I feel like you can be dealing with somebody that's stuck in their ways of thinking and doesn't really like to rock the boat. You could be dealing with a Leo this week, and this person could be very dominating and trying to control their situation around you and telling you how it is. This is a great time for group talks or working with a group this week as well. You could be the team leader and having to talk to the group as well with this energy. For some of you, you could be fighting certain injustices. Again, pick and choose your battles because you might get fired. You can, again, recommit yourself to your goals. A lot of men here, or you could be dealing with the same dude here. I feel like this person is very goal-oriented. You do benefit through this person financially for some of you here as well. For some of you, this could be a business partner, or this could be somebody at work that, they're just all about making money and making it quick and fast. For others of you, this is dealing with a doctor, okay? Or somebody in the healthcare profession, and you got to kind of be on his time, alrighty? And I feel like, you need to pick and choose your battles with him because it could be very fragile with this relationship. I feel also you're guilty by association, so you need to be careful with who you socialize with at this time with this energy, okay? So if you guys work in the healthcare field, this could be you fighting with the doctors or not getting along with the doctors at this time. But at the same time, I would pick and choose your battles with the doctors because doctors may not be in a playful mood, or they could be, like very serious-minded, very snappy. So I would just be very careful with them and kind of like stay out of their ways at this time. The Magician card, as above, so below. I see prayers being answered at this time. A time for destiny. with this energy. Be careful with manipulative people. Be careful with chargebacks at this time for some of you. I do see new business opportunities presenting themselves to you, new job opportunities coming up here. I feel like certain things you're going to learn the hard way at this time, so be careful with that. The Seven of Coins, you're manifesting something that you want to come into your life. You're recommitting yourself to your goals at this time. The Knight of Cups, blessings on to the universe. You're going through thorough changes during this time period. The Three of Cups, I feel like your friends or family could be emotionally supporting you during this time period and being more in your present, or you could have like lots of communications going on with family. For some of you, this could be a new love coming in. And I feel like as quickly as this person comes in, you know, it could lead to marriage. Like, it's going to go really fast. The King of Cups, I feel for some of you here, lots of people in your cards, or this could be the same person. This person is a stickler for the rules, very particular about how they want things. This person is of status, of an influence, okay, with this energy. The Six of Wands deals with optimistic energy, but this person likes you and you get along with this person, okay? But also this person's like in a leadership position. You could also be dealing with somebody that's an alcoholic, okay, or a drug addict. The Ace of Coins, creating your own reality at this time with this energy. For some of you, this can be getting a job at this time as well, or money situations are going to work out as planned. Benefit through this person, and this person's going to take care of you financially. But I feel like if they're going to invest money in you, I think they're going to marry you. I also feel like a lot of people in your life have a lot of influence over you, or you're more concerned about what other people think of you. I do see this being a great time for on-the-job training, collaborations happening, reconnecting with somebody that you already know is coming back into your life at this time with this energy as well. I love you, my I love you, my Cappies. Show your love and support and make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Kisses.